James Makakau Tyson was born in Kapolei, Hawaii. Dealing with his parents' divorce at an early age and a strained relationship with his mother, his childhood wasn't always easy. Video games were an escape, spending hours grinding Final Fantasy, Mario Kart, and Super Smash Bros. With his brother and friends. By 5th grade, like most kids, he had become the best among his friends. He continued playing casually until 2012, when he came across combo videos from a Smash crew called Gimp Style Madness. After discovering they were conveniently in Hawaii, he reached out to join them. It was then he wanted to become really good at Super Smash Bros. He began entering local tournaments for Brawl under the alias Void. He quickly became the best player in the state, but Hawaii was an incredibly isolated scene. Being the best player in a region with barely any challengers wasn't exactly thrilling. Frustrated by the lack of high-level competition and his own issues with Brawl's gameplay, he decided to invest more time into his other passion, League of Legends. But the release of Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, or Smash 4, pulled him right back in. Void had his sights set on the top, and he knew he couldn't reach it from Hawaii. He needed to go to Apex 2015.
King takes it with a full set. He's done it twice today. This could be it. This is it!
Held in New Jersey, Apex was more than just a local, regional, or even major tournament. It was classified as a super major. If you placed well or won one of these, you didn't just earn money. You were immediately recognized as one of the greats. As the very first super major tournament for Smash 4, with over 800 entrants, featuring players across the world, it was a far cry from anything he had seen in Hawaii. But the tournament was across the country. Between a sketchy but cheap flight, a high school friend who happened to be in the New Jersey Air Force, and a small esports sponsorship, Void managed to scrape together half of his travel costs. For the rest, he had no other choice but to ask his mother, someone who, up to this point, had never truly supported his gaming ambitions.
I can vividly just remember the living room. I can remember the silence that went on. I just broke down and I'm like, Mom, you haven't supported me in practically anything else in my life. And this is the one thing I really want to do.
With the help of a close friend and fellow competitor, Korean, advocating for him, she miraculously agreed to help. Void had his shot. The night before the tournament, sitting in a packed hotel room, someone asked Void how he thought he would place. Void responded, top 3 at least. The people in the room began to laugh. Void played Sheik, the stealthy ninja from the Legend of Zelda series. It was only a few months after the game's release, but everyone knew what Sheik was. Safe, defensive, a character anyone could pick up and perform decently well with. While the community viewed her as a lame, unfun top tier, Void saw her untapped potential. He discovered a wide array of techniques with the character, and was one of the first players to utilize an advanced movement tech called the Perfect Pivot. This allowed a character to slide across the stage while remaining completely actionable. It enabled precise microspacing, and when combined with attacks, it opened up extremely rewarding combo routes. This was technically demanding and could lead to a punish if performed incorrectly. But at Apex 2015, Void had confidence in his execution, and more importantly, in himself.
Just got the update that he is the top player from Hawaii.
And as of right now, he's showing exactly why.
in the training mode room. You saw him testing out stuff like true pivots and stuff like that. So he's aware of all his tech and his options, even though I've never heard of him.
Void swiftly beat his first, second, and third round opponents
There's definitely a scary thing about a technical Sheik. I wouldn't be too confident.
before running into one of the favorites to win the entire tournament, Zero. Because Void was a completely unknown player, harsh tournament seeding forced him to fight world-class talent much earlier in the bracket than anyone would ever want. He wasn't nervous. After putting up a good fight, he lost 2 close games in a row. But despite his loss, he was still alive in the tournament and moved into the next phase of bracket. Now on the loser's side, he would eliminate his next 3 opponents before facing off against the NES main foe, losing a close game 3 and ending his run at 33rd place. 33rd place out of 837 competitors at your first Super Major is, by any reasonable measure, a remarkable debut. Void didn't see it that way. Void returned to Hawaii, disappointed but not deterred. He immediately set his sights on the next Super Major, EVO 2015, held annually in Las Vegas, Nevada. The Evolution Championship Series isn't just another Smash Super Major. It is the largest and most prestigious fighting game event in the world. With 6 months to prepare, Void got to work. He helped foster his local scene, riding the excitement of the new Smash game to grow their monthly brackets from just 8 people to around 30. He also trained relentlessly, grinding the game for multiple hours a day, holding deep discussions about Sheik and the metagame on Smash boards, and posting videos of his discoveries on YouTube. That practice paid off at KawaiiCon, Hawaii's only regional tournament notable enough to attract out-of-state talent. Peaking at nearly 100 entrants, Void secured a solid 5th place finish. A month before EVO 2015, after saving enough money he won from tournaments, Void flew to Southern California, living and training with the best players in the country. This environment allowed his skills to skyrocket. Surrounded by top-tier talent, he was no longer just an unknown kid from Hawaii. He was becoming a genuine threat.
Great stuff to Void, coming all the way from Hawaii.
You've taken first place, pretty big tournament. You're no longer an underdog.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
The first time I found that out was when somebody was coaching Rich, and they were like, "Come on, man, you studied him." And I was like, "People study me?"
He continued pushing the limits of his character, experimenting with a vast array of options and tech. He was ready to put his newfound skills to the test at EVO, the largest Smash 4 tournament ever held at that point, boasting nearly 2,000 entrants and a stacked roster of international talent.
Well, Void, how do you think you're going to do at EVO? Go.
Honestly, after this tournament, I'm really hoping for top 16 at the least.
Okay. That's a good goal, man.
Top 16, in Void's eyes, was a more modest goal than what he had hoped to achieve earlier in the year at Apex. He would end up placing 49th. To the rest of the world, placing 49th at EVO was an extremely respectable finish. It was arguably a better performance than Apex, given the significantly larger bracket and talent pool. But in Void's eyes, it was failure. He wanted to quit. Walking back to his hotel room, Void genuinely considered walking away from competitive Smash entirely. These past 6 months,
Believe me, Hawaii is very proud. The fact that you got so deep at Apex,
the time, the energy, the money, his second shot at greatness, only to get 49th place. By late August 2015, he bought a one-way flight to Southern California. At this point, he had spent all his money and used up all of his favors. He was only left with $26, a laptop which immediately broke trying to download a game his friends were playing, and a phone his dad had gotten him for graduating high school. Staying in the living room at a friend's house. This was Void's life now, who had just turned 19 years old. He would survive off of Campbell's spaghetti and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. He had taken the biggest gamble of his life. To play and win at Super Smash Bros. Was a matter of life and death. The first few tournaments were the most stressful. The money he received from placing in tournaments was literally the only thing keeping him alive. He would place consistently well at locals and make several deep runs at larger tournaments. He would get a new sponsor from 2GG Gaming, the main organizer of tournaments in the area. But surviving and winning were two different things. Other top-level Sheiks were winning majors and placing higher in bracket, but they didn't play like Void. Where they were passive, he was aggressive. Where they were conventional, he was unorthodox. They had the results. He didn't. But now, back in SoCal, with no way back home and nowhere else to go, the only thing left to do was prove them wrong.
And one night he just looked at me and he was like, I want to be the best player in the world. There was a slight pause and I was like, if you really think you can do it, I believe in you.
Smash banana down to, oh my god, oh, the F smash read of the jet up attack.
Genesis is a tournament series hosted in San Jose, California. Given its super major status and timing at the beginning of each year, it is commonly referred to as the Super Bowl of Smash. The term Genesis is used to define the origin or beginning of something. For Void, this tournament series would live up to its name.
Not sure what he was seeded, but I know that a lot of people are favoring him to take top 8 at this tournament.
I'm expecting big things.
Yeah.
Genesis 3 would begin with Void swiftly making his way through his pool. To make it to the next phase of bracket, he would fight against the unranked Japanese Diddy Kong main, Ryuji.
Yeah.
Ooh, the perfect.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Gotta start off with that. Get the button check going.
From these positions though, you're someone. Oh no! Oh
Yep.
no!
Yep.
He's still gonna survive here with good DI.
The call out at Blue Stock and the taunt. He definitely knows the stakes that are here at Genesis 3. He understands he's playing against one of the contenders that people are going to see in terms of like who's going to make top 8 and whatnot. So for him to make the statement this early in the game, it's great for him.
Void is not known to be an emotional player. His reaction to a win or loss is mostly the same.
Control is rolling to maintain it.
There it is. Yes, that's what he's waiting for. That's the conditioning. Yes. And he tops off. And I have not seen Void pop off that at all.
He earned it, man.
Yeah, he earned that one.
It's absolute dominance over Ido here.
Yeah.
Maybe he's never played a Sheik on this level, you know? Or maybe this is Void's breakout tournament, man. He had a great performance yesterday, but he is just destroying Ido here.
Yeah.
He would find himself in winner's quarters against DeBuzz, a notoriously patient and disciplined Rosalina player, who placed second at Apex 2015, losing to 0, and someone he actually challenged and lost to in a money match that same weekend. Their first official encounter was at a Texas tournament, where the two fought twice, Void losing both times. He had lost to him again in a side event earlier this weekend. In bracket, nothing changed. Void would drop to the loser's side.
See? Oh! Is that it? Wow, that's gonna do it.
Void had reached top 8. A year ago, he was unknown. On day 3 at Genesis 3, everyone was about to learn his name.
So we are here with Void. How do you feel about being in top 8? There's a lot of people wanting you to get in top 8. How do you feel about it?
It's pretty insane. I never thought that I would be able to make top 8 in such a stacked tournament.
What were your goals for this tournament coming in? Just playing your best, or like winning the whole thing, or playing like certain people?
My goal was actually top 8. And outside of that, I really do want to get top 4.
Okay, good stuff. So good stuff, man. I can't wait to see your bracket.
Thank you very much.
At least what Fox may need to punish is going to be missed. But Larry answering back with perfect pivots of his own. The space is up tilts. That was incredible. Getting back on the stage, we have a second opportunity, and it works!
Takes it!
It works!
And that is the end of Larry Lurch. Okay, tense moment, Void. He gets it! And Void moves on to loser semis.
His next opponent was DeBuzz.
Oh, and Void with the taunt. Yep,
Oh,
there it is.
and what a way to take the first game using the spike.
And up smash!
Near the tail end of the Rosalina's up B. He's able to actually do an attack trump attempt. That's a stock. Yep.
That's it.
For the third time that weekend, he lost.
Are we gonna see? And that's it.
Wow.
And that's it.
And really unfortunate right there for Void. That side B resulted in a free up smash.
Void placed 4th. But placing 4th at the first Super Major tournament of the year put Void and his Sheik on the map. 2016 would be a pivotal year for Void, aside from his breakout performance at Genesis 3. 2 weeks later, Void was invited to PAX South Arena to compete.
Another grab.
Be reversed into the grab. Is the man's name Void or Avoid? Because he barely got touched. I don't even know at this point. 6%? That's it!
His hotel, flight, and entry fee was all paid for. A much different world from begging his mother for half a plane ticket and sleeping on a cramped hotel room floor with 18 people. He placed 2nd, losing again to the best player in the world.
Running in and getting that grab.
But more importantly, he would be approached by Counter Logic Gaming, an esports organization mainly focusing in League of Legends, but with a few Smash players on their roster as well. Void was well aware of them. He would officially join the team later that year. But not everything was working in his favor. Smash 4 was the first game in the series to introduce updates to the game, which brought buffs, nerfs, and new DLC fighters. Diddy Kong had already been heavily nerfed after Zero's win at Apex 2015, which led even more people to pick up Sheik, now the de facto best character. But this wouldn't last long. The release of the DLC fighter Bayonetta, and the nerfs Sheik received after Zero's win with her at Genesis 3, immediately reshaped the competitive landscape of the game. Sheik's kill confirm off of down throw was removed. Her forward air and needles had less range, gutting the tools she relied on to camp out opponents and control space from a safe distance. Her weight was reduced, meaning she died earlier. Sheik players had always had a problem of racking up hundreds of %, unable to close out a stock, only to lose their stock first off a single mistake due to rage, the comeback mechanic introduced in Smash 4, which increased the character's knockback dealt the higher their %. These nerfs made that problem significantly worse.
Oh my god! 72% with the beat boop.
The #1 player dropped her immediately, and most players followed suit, either due to the nerfs or to pick up the new best character in the game.
What? This is Smash 4.
Thyroid going for a strong start.
So
0 to death on Raving
Void didn't. The only other top-level Sheik post-nerf was Mr. R, where Void was pushing Sheik to her aggressive limits. Mr. R was more methodical, relying instead on his solid fundamentals. And while they were friends in real life, their rivalry in the game was fierce, with Mr. R often barely outplacing Void at major tournaments. The aggression and creativity that made Void Sheik unique had its drawbacks. Bayonetta's signature move, Witch Time, was a counter that slowed down opponents. This combined with her already devastating punish game forced players to work around Bayonetta's own game plan. Against a fast-paced, momentum-driven player like Void, one bad interaction and it would all come crashing down. To Buzz was a different kind of problem, and not a new one. His Rosalina was the puppet master controlling Luma, a second body absorbing hits, extending her reach and interrupting combos. Void had tried different strategies, even different characters, but every time, the result was the same. Despite his rising skill, a world-class esports sponsorship, and his move into the CLG house where he would practice over 8 hours a day at certain points, winning wouldn't get any easier.
You're known as being like the flashy Sheik, as having those incredible like combos that people just don't expect.
Go from the ground to the air, back to the ground to the air again.
He just keeps
look
it
at
going.
this, man. He just will not let him.
How do you feel about that kind of being your identity as Sheik, and do you think that's something that more people can start exploring as her, the possibilities of her?
It's probably like one of Sheik's best strong suits, but in myself as a player, it's really strong because I just exert that much pressure. Like, if I touch you, you might just die.
The grab option. It's a thing. Oh my freaking god!
We knew that he was good at Smash, but we didn't know that he would be on CLG. We didn't know that he would be one of the top players.
You know, automatically people think Hawaii is like one of the worst regions. Can't make it in Hawaii. But then you have Void.
He was the guy that proved that, you know, it doesn't matter where you come from, what kind of resources your community has, you can get good if you want it badly enough.
But there would always be someone in his way. He still hadn't taken a set off the reigning #1, 0, but almost nobody was beating him. The true roadblocks were the ones that felt specifically built to shut him down completely. Void was still talented enough to consistently make top 8 at major tournaments, but found himself plateauing, losing to the same characters and players.
That is it. A little bit later here.
Watch the
Oh
shield.
my goodness, and watch your
That shield has been checked. Goodbye.
Shield.
Yes, blew up. You called it?
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Point though, on the hunt for victory right here. First S-tier event within his grasp. Can he close it out?
another one. Oh, a K in the bat within, getting him through that situation.
Salem not making it easy.
That's probably
This
going to be a
fourth, though,
break
could wrap it up,
yes.
and it will. Salem on the brink of elimination.
Sweet spot.
Oh,
Is this it?
Oh,
it
is.
And
It
Salem.
is.
Bayonetta could delete your stock at 0% off a single interaction. Cloud could zone you out with a sword larger than most characters. By 2018, the metagame had converged around them, and the characters that actually stood a chance against them. In a game with 56 characters, people slowly lost interest in seeing the same fighters make top 8 and win tournaments. In addition, Smash 4's two-stock format combined with Rage meant that upsets in bracket were extremely common. While exciting for spectators, it was extremely frustrating for competitors. Streamlined combos, predictable options, and a shrinking set of viable strategies. Void's Sheik was one of the few exceptions. The game was being solved, and it seemed like Void's answer was wrong. On March 8th of 2018, Nintendo revealed a teaser trailer for the next Smash title, and while it didn't give a specific name and only revealed one new fighter, it was enough to signify the beginning of the end for Smash 4.
Hey guys, Void here with my recap on Smash Masters Battle for Las Vegas.
Yes, great play right there, and you have it by mistake. Staying solid.
No, I was really close, but I couldn't pull through, and that's okay. I have to look forward to losers bracket.
And okay. All right. All right. You're sick. You're sick. You need a stop. You're sick. Wait, but a down smash? Down air. No, going down.
I was pretty... I wouldn't say I was upset. I was just sad. And like, I'm in the crowd just like, wow. This is a really like pure loss.
In early June of 2018, at Smash and Splash 4, Void quickly made his way to winner's quarters, where he'd have to face Dabuz. At this point in Smash 4's lifespan, Dabuz was extremely familiar with the Sheik matchup, trading sets with Mr. R in a competitive rivalry, who stood 5-5 against Dabuz in their all-time set record. Void's record against Dabuz?
It's going to be Void and Dabuz, two players who have absolutely met in bracket many times. I feel like these two embody very opposite ends of the Smash 4 spectrum. But whoa! For sure, just like that recovery. Jeez, the
Just
whip.
do it. But Void also going to die, but also going to return the favor right back.
Still going to pick the bouncing fish up and close this out. Now a 2-1 lead for Void. He's on winner's top 8 point.
So far, so good here for Void. He is actually a game away from taking out a top 5 player in the world and getting into top 8 winner's side. Exactly, but down!
Forward air didn't connect because Luma was a bit too low.
But on point is Void finding the diamond cutter up smash. And look at this pop-off. This man is going to top 8 Sunday.
Over 3 years of losing has come to an end. Now, in top 8 winner's side, his next opponent was the up-and-coming Foxmane, Light, who quickly took the first 2 games.
A little bit of damage. Light gets the back air!
Before Void clutched out the reverse sweep.
No double jump. He shields the illusion, is able to put on a lot more damage here.
G4 bounce fish, bounce fish, bounce fish! I knew that! I saw that coming!
It's gonna happen. Void is
That's
just all
it, he double
over it.
pressure.
And the up air, finally! Void has figured it out. There's the hug of respect from both players. Both these guys leaving it all on the stage with an incredible top 8 set.
In winners finals, he would face Salem.
Look at them. They're both in winners finals. It's not just keeping up with everyone else, but actually beating everyone else as well. Expected back throw, so up throw makes up.
Situation there in Salem.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Preemptively,
Game
but there it is, the bounce.
The crowd erupting for Void.
Oh yeah,
erupted.
They're just sitting. Oh
smash!
God! Salem does not have an answer for Void's aggression.
He did 4. Oh, another up smash! I told you, cornerstone of this set.
Bouncing fish is fine, but air dodge is right into a back air. Salem has regained control of this set thus far. It all panned out for him. As we're heading out into the next game, Salem putting one on the board.
Oh!
You see him go for the up smash. Unfortunately, just a pinky off by the bouncing fish.
Oh,
gets out the bat within. He's got to get past the back air and the up tilt into the up air. We are in game 5 and calculated as ever.
Yep. If you guys were here at the tournament, you will hear the crowd erupt for Void right now. The people won their Void. They want their Void to win right now.
This is so scary.
Oh! Oh!
Just like that?
Just like that. He just takes it. We have Void in grand finals. Void is in grand finals. You expected Salem. You expected Leo. Maybe you expected the bus. Did you expect Void? No, you did not. Void is in grand finals. He's only one set away of taking this tournament.
Way up airs. Listen to the crowd.
Now sitting in winner's side grand finals, Void awaited his opponent. After defeating MKLeo in 3 separate matchups, Salem clawed his way back to the loser's side of grands. Void had conquered his bracket demon and the best Bayonetta main in the world to get here. So close to victory. Just one more set.
Look at the percents. 118 gets the bouncing fish.
And
He's going to take the first stock. And Void is got all the momentum right now to take grand finals in Smash and Splash. Salem is reeling.
Ooh, the same play. He's dead. He's dead. He did it again. Void is only 1 game away. Not only the first time Sheik has ever won a Super Major after the patch, but also Void's first Super Major win.
The players that want to win the Major have to do it shortly. We're about to move on to a new game. Can Void make his place in Smash history if he could just take one more game from Salem? Reverse up smash from Salem, calling out Void and squashing his momentum. It's not over. Forward air, he's gonna be okay. There's the forward tilt, gets the nair. Bouncing fish, way off on the side. Percent goes for the up smash, not gonna happen. He's gonna eat the up air.
10-15 more percent.
Gets away.
Up throw, he might
Forward throw.
Forward for the mix of that set! Void wins the major! Void wins the super major! Sheik is back on the map, baby! It's back on the map! This is Void's first super major tournament win! Look at the crowd erupting! Look at everybody holding Void! This is it, Cody! Void is back on the map! Sheik is back on the map! This is it! Story has been made in Smash 4! You thought the game was over? No, it wasn't! No, it wasn't! This was history! Not just Smash 4, this was Smash Brothers history!
The first time Sheik has won a tournament of this size, and God knows how long. Finally, Void gets his success story. He's come so far, and he closes this chapter. Void is your Smash and Splash 4, Smash 4 Wii U Grand Champion!
Void had won. He had finally conquered Dabuz and got his revenge against Salem. His win at Smash and Splash 4 settled the argument for best Sheik, but being the best Sheik didn't make him the best player. Mr. R would be ranked 10th on the all-time top 100, and Void would fall just short at 11th, never able to reach the summit. To make matters worse, Smash and Splash 4 would later have its super major status reduced to just a major. Still an unprecedented achievement, but another sign that his climb to the top wasn't over just yet. This would be the last tournament before Smash Ultimate was officially announced to the public. Its confirmed release date was the final nail in the coffin for Smash 4. Tournaments and competition would begin waning in size and intensity as the expiration date slowly approached. On December 7th, 2018, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate released worldwide, and for the first time in nearly 4 years, everyone was starting from scratch. No matchup experience, no tier lists, no established meta. The chaotic frontier of early Ultimate would be a test for players as they scrambled to discover any advantage. Along with the addition and return of countless fighters, Ultimate was noticeably faster paced than Smash 4. Aerial attacks had less landing lag, movement speed was buffed across the board, and running could be cancelled into any ground attack. However, this new engine came with a massive catch for Void. Perfect pivoting was completely removed from the game, the technique that helped define his Smash 4 career. The complex micro-spacing tool that allowed his Sheik to dance around opponents simply didn't exist anymore. Fighters returning from Smash 4 were also changed. While some remained mostly the same, Smash 4's top tiers appeared to have received more nerfs than buffs. Sheik was no exception. For a lesser player, losing their signature mechanic and character would be a devastating setback, but adapting to adversity was Void's specialty. With Sheik heavily nerfed in the transition to Ultimate, Void needed a new main. He chose Pichu, a character who originally debuted in Melee and would make their return in Ultimate. After a 17-year-long hiatus, Pichu was basically an entirely new fighter. It fit the archetype of a fast, combo-heavy glass cannon. On top of that, moves utilizing electricity inflicted damage on itself. Damage amplified by Pichu's incredibly light weight, making it highly susceptible to being KO'd early off a single mistake. A volatile featherweight that demanded perfect execution just to survive. He'd done it with Sheik. Now, he'd do it again. Void was not only the pioneer of Pichu, but the game as a whole, sharing tech, guides, and information on anything he could find. These videos didn't just help his viewers, it was evidence that Ultimate was a game meant to be taken seriously. As was the case with the release of Brawl and Smash 4, a decent amount of top-level Melee talent would attempt to compete in the newest Smash game. In the past, most would quit early on and return to Melee, but the unprecedented hype around Ultimate made it harder to dismiss. It demanded respect in a way no previous entry had. The Super Bowl of Smash, Genesis 6, would be Smash Ultimate's first appearance in the Genesis series, and its first Super Major tournament. It would amass over 2,000 entrants and have a majority of Smash 4's top 100, as well as some of Melee's top 10 in attendance. Genesis 6 would answer the questions that have been brewing since December. Would Melee players make their mark? Could Smash 4 veterans carry their experience into a new era? Who would be the first to rise to the top? Back at the tournament series that started his whole career, Void was determined to create his ultimate Genesis.
Playing these just all right. I'm swinging, and yep, that is your life. Electric.
Quick background on Void: you have to know that he comes from Smash 4 as a historic player.
Void has always been an aggressive player. He's always very precise when it comes to his conversions. Guy's a combo fiend.
It's gonna be a grab. No.
Oh
my
no!
God. This, no punishment.
Oh, and Void is going to move on.
Now in top 64, he would beat Umeki, a notable Japanese Smash 4 Peach main. His next opponent would be the Japanese Olimar Shuton.
That was a match. That was a match.
Only a month into the game's lifespan, most players barely had a grasp on their main, let alone a character who wasn't even in Smash 4, let alone a secondary.
Void, you're nuts! You're nuts!
He's nuts.
But hey, all of a sudden, Void dominating Shuton ever since this switch to Wolf. Things have been going his way. You're gonna see him prevented from landing, and he just goes for the drop zone dare, closing the door on game 3. And that's gonna be a game 5 situation. Up smash though, this is so dangerously close, and he chases him. You can hear the crowd going insane for Void right now.
In the crowd.
Oh, and he catches him with the down smash. That's gonna be an F. Just so much knockback on that move, sending Shuton all the way back across the Pacific Ocean of the stage right there. Oh my lord, look at him reeling from that victory.
Standing in his way from top 8 winner's side on day 3 was Isam, the Pikachu main. The two had fought a few times in Smash 4, with Isam maintaining a set lead. But in Ultimate, Void had an electric rat of his own.
Situations. Void gets the roll in, and the first game.
And there you go. Oh my goodness! Whole stock behind. Okay, down there. Oh my
Thunder
goodness.
didn't even need the Thunder. Lightest character in the game gets KO'd over the top.
Ooh, that was a clean conversion.
Which is why he saw the KO there. Maybe he missed an input.
Isam!
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. CLG Void. He says, you know what? I made my way into the top 8. Winner's side. I earned this pop-off.
And as the rest of the sets concluded, the 2,105 entrants were narrowed down to 8. Where the winner would be decided on the prestigious 3rd and final day.
I think it's cool to me to be in a spot where I could stop somebody's breakout.
To get to this stage, only dropping one game, I mean, that says a lot.
The young prodigy Zachary had skyrocketed from 88th in the world in Smash 4 to winning Ultimate's first major tournament of the year, straight into winners semis at its first Super Major at just 15 years of age. To say Zachary was on a hot streak would be a massive understatement. Void knew exactly what Zachary was feeling right now. He'd felt it himself at Genesis 3 on this same stage. Back then, it was his breakout performance. Now, he was standing in the way of someone else's.
Something I like to note about Zach Ray is he does not take wasted movement. Look at that. Look at it. Did you see the micro step? Did you see the micro step?
And careful, you know, Pichu and then lightweight, that dash attack can't kill. But who needs a dash attack when the back is so immaculately spaced?
Pichu small body. Oh, yeah. That's where the matchup looks good for Pichu.
On stage, and as we see the perfect edge guard really using the angle and that length of that forward tilt to take care of that stop.
But down they go. Oh, wait a second.
Oh,
well, damn. I didn't even.
Well, damn, boy, tell me how you really feel.
I'm saying,
He
man.
was like, stop talking about Zach Ray.
About bones, man. That's all feathers. Oh, is it? Oh, boy, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at Void right here.
One of a super strong back and an F smash as well. Send him packing.
What a strike back. Oh my goodness. Pride is definitely the right word, TK, because there's 11 Japanese players that did come through to this event, and he's the only one left here. But Void strikes back. I'll be honest, I was a little shook right there. That back is going to KO,
That'll
sir.
shake you and break you. Strong lead, you gotta imagine.
Oh my.
Is there any chance of him dropping this? I gotta be honest with you, fellas. I don't think so.
And there's the up throw. Void waits.
Trade? Oh, that's it, yeah. That's it. Where are you going? The air dodge was out. All he had to do was make sure he knew exactly where he was landing. Didn't waste any time. Just waited for him to get down and then said the F tilt is what I'm going to do to finish you.
Waiting for him in winners finals was Samsora, who just beat the highest ranked Smash 4 player in the entire bracket, none other than MK Leo, in an intense Game 5 set. His character, Peach, was already establishing herself as one of the most oppressive forces in early Ultimate, and was standing right between Void and Grand Finals.
Void already off to an electric start, putting on 80s, making 95%. Samsora, he can't even find his foot. My goodness. Is he done? Oh,
that stock is already gone. Jeez.
Woo, the fade back.
Oh, it's still enough. He's got to shoot early.
I think he's done. Yeah. Wow. What a off-stage play from Void in the clutch. Takes the first game.
Kind of necessary to get away from that Thunder, though.
There it is, the down tilt to reverse back air. And Void,
I love it.
What's the score? 2-0?
Yes. Scott in and out of there.
Oh, you ain't safe, bro. It ain't safe out here. Come on now.
And there it is, Samsora with the reply back. Don't you dare jump on top of me, he says.
Again, the fair, as you said, he won, eliminating the stock and really giving Samsora a tremendous lead. But boy, can we talk about it? One out, 3-1.
Walking over to his opponent, getting that, and wait a second.
Is it done?
That's it. That's it.
Ladies
What
and
a combo.
gentlemen, yes, he does it. Void makes it to the winner's side of the Grand Finals here at Genesis 6.
Sitting in winner's side Grand Finals, Void awaited his opponent.
Oh my God!
Is he gonna get it?
We still limping though.
There's being for him is known for it.
Oh, okay.
Like Genesis is the first mayor, so I really want to.
MK Leo would rise to the occasion, beating his next 3 opponents in a row.
No jump left.
MK,
It doesn't matter.
oh, he's not gonna let
Finish it up. Finish it up.
Shark in the water, smelling the blood.
Uh-oh, you don't want that.
And is feasting.
Including his rematch with Samsora.
Got the Toad even in perfect position for it, and now it's the up air.
Oh,
he looks
no!
Despite relying almost exclusively on Ike to carve through the rest of the tournament, Leo made a pivotal switch for Grand Finals. He would pick Lucina, clone of the character he used to win the previous 2 Genesis titles, and looked unstoppable on the path to his 3rd. Unshakable fundamentals and a legacy of consistency. A featherweight glass cannon pushing a brand new metagame to its absolute limit. It was now past midnight and far later in the night for many viewers across the country and the world. Despite the late schedule, viewership would peak at an all-time high of 174,000 viewers for this climactic match.
Both of these guys just worked so hard to get up to this particular point. Top 8 today. MKLeo making the necessary switches, and it's been paying so well for him.
Oh, and trying to gatekeep a little too hard.
And he's This is an MKLeo that understands that he has that win, the 3rd straight consecutive Genesis win right there within his reach. And of course, the way he's playing, man, I'm quite convinced that he's not going to make it easy for Void.
This is going to be a game Void needs to respond. Because I'll tell you this right now, fellas, if he loses this 2nd game, he's not winning 3 in a row.
And Leo picking every option correct.
Knows what Leo is searching for, and honestly, just the perfect countermeasure being applied for Void, and there it is.
All right, so 1-1 on the board. Void is still on winning side. Only needs to win 3 games here in this set, while MKLeo needs 6. He needs to reset it here, and then he needs to get that next set as well.
Those slanted jokes really coming into effect for Pichu, and there it is.
You know, MKLeo has a lot to do to get himself back to this game. Already on his last stock, hasn't been able to take 1 from Void.
Uh-oh, 110. This is MKLeo. Another deep breath by MK. Trying to see if he can take this today.
Man, what a comeback right here.
Oh!
My God! Are you kidding me?
Pushed to his absolute limit. The reality of Void's character choice finally set in. A single mistake is all it takes.
Are you kidding me?
After completing his 3-stock comeback,
of committing super hard.
MKLeo would reset the bracket. And win Genesis 6.
Time to eat your words. MKLeo, the 3-time Genesis champion.
Genesis 6 was the dawn of MKLeo's historic era of dominance in Smash Ultimate. His fundamental mastery of the game was simply on another level. But Void's run to 2nd place solidified something else entirely. Not an early peak in his Smash Ultimate career, but the blueprint for his entire identity as a competitor. An identity reaching far beyond a single character, a single bracket, or any single game. An EVO championship in Multiverses. Major victories in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl and Rivals of Aether, all achieved within a year of each game's release. This is who Void is. This is what he does. His unmatched speed of mastery. But behind every single win and hour spent in the lab was just a kid from Hawaii who really, really loves video games.
Video games are sick. I think video games have saved my life in more ways than one, and honestly, I just hope that video gaming brings as much happiness to anybody possible.
If you want to support the channel, please check out my Ko-fi page, where you can get access to my weekly behind-the-scenes updates on upcoming videos. And follow me on Twitch. I'm hoping to stream a lot more in the future. Thank you for watching.